It's not on yet, is it? Oh, darn. I was going to go.
Hello.
La, 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 la. Oh, wow. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hello.
what I was going to do if Lon wasn't on.
Maybe we should start this over
No.
again.
No.
Hello. I'm the late Lon Milo DuQuette. Exactly an hour and 19 minutes late.
See, that's normal for Tuesdays.
And here we are in the parking lot number 2.
We were at the co-op extra long today because we become a member of the co-op because it saves you a little money and once
They need our support too.
Yeah, and then yes, it's a very anyway they do.
Natural Foods Co-op. Yeah.
Anyway, exactly. It's an honorable place and all the people are wonderful who work there.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Here, let me just
so
turn this.
you get a discount if you go on Wednesdays, and they have a member month every season where you get a little more discount yet. So we worked it out. So it would be today that we go.
Yep.
I'm not on now.
You are not now.
Get yourself back.
Get myself back. I've been trying for almost 80 years to get myself back. Yeah. Now that I'm back.
What do you want to say, dear?
What do you want to say to us?
I've been.
Mm-hmm.
You were going to talk about. Well,
Here,
I'm out of my mind because the co-op is nice, but it's icy cold.
it's icy cold.
And my fingers are numb by the time I'm shopping because we shop once a week only, so it takes a long time. My fingers were actually numb. Now I can feel them again, but they're still cold. Okay, now Lon, now you talk about class, please.
Oh, okay.
It's good for them to change their perspective.
I know you're all asking yourself, was this worth waiting an hour and 18 minutes to hear us go? No,
Well, it's good for you to change your perspective.
we had a wonderful and rather large Monday Night Magic class,
Yes, many people were hot and very physically uncomfortable.
which is just how we like it.
No, the hot part, but not physically uncomfortable.
No, but it wasn't as bad as it has a couple years ago. It was terribly.
It's been cool at night. I'm bundled up in a sweatshirt today because I was cold.
And we're cooling off a little bit. It was only 100 and I don't even think it reached 100 yesterday. So.
No, it didn't. And we're only going to be 80 something today.
Yeah, so
we don't feel quite summery.
anyway, class was on Goetia, but it was.
Don't get scared.
Don't
Don't think it's too beneath you. I have no interest in it whatsoever, so I thought I'd fall asleep through class. But Lon did a good job of raising the whole subject matter to something that everyone should do with it.
If all your low magic stuff isn't to enhance and advance your high magic stuff, then your low magic is just too low to fuck with.
And you're gonna think that you're gonna be distracted and waste your time. And it's gonna be something for just junior high boys. That's what I said.
Yeah, well, but it is a dramatic art form that
Some people are attracted to.
That some people are attracted to, and then especially attracted to people with a romantic view of magic and stuff. Romantic in a kind of childish, adolescent way.
That's what I said, junior high boys, but I wasn't. Yeah. I'm not attracted to that, but I said Lon did come to a point which was absolute perfection, and I was quite proud of him.
Well, it's all because of that tea that you served us. That coca laced
Oh, it wasn't. He's joking about. Well, I do.
ayahuasca with
I just bless it so that it
opium,
does that.
laudanum.
Like everything that you take your supplements and your good food and everything, it has absolutely no value and no power and no meaning. So you have to bless it with. You bless it with the power of the Holy Spirit, and then anything does anything you want.
Yeah, preach on that, sister. Preach on that.
That was enough.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm turning it back to me for a second.
Please.
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Okay. Well, the very first thing that Goetia, for those of you who are just starting from square one here, it is the summoning of what in medieval times, I would say, would be called evil spirits. Okay. And in those days, the E in evil was pretty damn lowercase, in so much as evil.
There was a lot of guilt going around because of the church.
There was a lot of guilt going around, absolutely, and evil would be anything that that the church itself would say, well, that's questionable, and it doesn't exalt our dogmatic spiritual view and stuff. But from a practical point of view, evil would just be like a blind force. Okay, the blind force that's destructive when it isn't properly directed.
And has no purpose, really, just to be let loose.
Yeah, just a blind force, almost mechanical in nature, and the idea is to using one's own piety, theoretically using one's own piety and
just because we really are all pure of heart. We're all pure of heart, innocent, and the virgin of eternity, and have no enemies. Anyway, I am.
Yes, and it is. It's always nice. It's always nice to have an example here on Earth.
Oh, come on!
Sure.
I really mean that. We all are.
But anyway, the idea is that theoretically, if you can get yourself holy enough, if you can get yourself on the,
you can just remember who the heck you are.
Yes.
That's holy enough. That's it.
But in the old days, that included a very cartoon-like view of what God is and where God is, and
it was more of a slave and master relationship.
yeah, a slave and master thing, because it was a slave and master kind of universe, society. Nevertheless, if you were a good enough representation of deity yourself, then you had in a sense, the vicarious spiritual authority to boss around all the forces of the universe, blind forces, destructive forces, and put them to good use for your purposes. Did I say that okay?
I don't know. I was thinking of something else.
Oh, okay.
Like you always say when I talk to you.
Anyway.
I wrote down the restroom number for you and a little bit of coffee.
Okay.
Only it's backwards for men.
It's... So where was I?
I don't know, but you asked me first. I wasn't going to tell you unless you interrupted.
First of all, if, in a romantic point of view, if there was a genie that you could rub a magic lamp or evoke into a triangle, and that genie was capable of focusing its immense blind energies, which are currently just gushing like burning Drano through the paths of least resistance all over the planet.
I do like that.
You do like
I like the picture.
a burning Drano.
You said that the other night. I
Yeah.
like gushing Drano. Burning like gushing Drano.
Yes,
Somehow
it's sort of
it feels to me. I don't know.
caustically ejaculatory. But we digress.
I hope so.
If it was capable of granting you like one wish, I want to whip up a Goetic spirit because I want this particular change to occur in my life. And I had everybody at class take out a pencil and a little cardboard thing that I. What's that?
Am I supposed to go now?
Oh, are you through?
Well, I was just going to say whatever Lon tells you will be very interesting and that you have the power. Period.
Okay.
But don't forget that you're pure of heart, totally innocent, have no enemies, are the virgin of eternity.
Thank you. Now, you're going to get a look at a very special virgin of eternity. Here I am. Then I'm going to put my thing right over here because now we only have 3 minutes left. So.
You should have told me to leave. I kept.
Oh
waiting. I
no!
was waiting
No,
for
you're
it.
the best part of Tuesday
No,
parking lot. Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes. Please roll your window down.
Thank you. You were going to remind me.
Yes. Thank you. Get us something salty and fun to eat. Ice cream sandwiches.
He's only joking. Even he doesn't want that.
Creamsicles. Milk duds. Anyway, here we are. I had class write down what it is that they want. What is it that you want? I want, okay. And that I really, really want. What is it that you feel it is your will to happen? What do I want? And then we were quiet while everybody wrote down what it is they want, as if you had an omnipotent spiritual being that was capable of bringing about that what you want. And everybody more or less really kind of fast wrote down, because it's a class on Goetia, and he says, "Ooh, we're going to have a this is going to be our experiment," you know. Then when everybody wrote down what they want, I said, "Now under that, write down why you want that." And that took a little more time. But when they had finished writing why they want that thing to happen, I said, "Now under that, write down why you want that." And by the time they got to the third, answering why, or the third part of their desire, they came closer to what it is that they really want. Now, it's a thing that I do when people, my tarot clients, they'll ask a question that they want answered, and we'll talk about it for a while. So, well, why do you want to know that? And so that's your question. But why do you want that? And we'll go 3 layers down till we find out, oh, so that's your question. Because when you get to that third level of the I want this because of this, oh, because of this. It's that third one that's your wish. It's your third one that is the charge that you really want to give to that spirit. And that's how it begins. You have to know what it is that you want. And sometimes it takes you kind of to have to trick yourself into realizing what it is you really, really want. But when you do, you've got the key to your answer. You've got the key to the power that can change that. And it's that you charge the spirit to do. I've got in several places in my writings, I talk about my first industrial accident comedy of errors of my first Goetia vocation, and but I also point out how in a very dramatic and swift way that took maybe 50 years to, and is still unfolding, why it did succeed. And to me, it succeeded because I didn't try to micromanage my request. I just wanted my life turned around immediately. Okay. And the Goetic spirit that I chose, almost arbitrarily, I chose it because it seemed like one of the least harmful, crazy, bloodthirsty spirit on the list of 72. But it also gave me or held out the possibility of achieving the dignity. I didn't have the dignity to feed my family or keep a roof over our heads. Okay, I could have said I want a job, okay, or I could have said I want $1 million. I wouldn't have gotten $1 million in 20 minutes. It's impossible. That'd be like asking for the sun to appear to stand still in the sky. But over a period of time, I did get the $1 million, or in 50 years, of course, I've probably accumulated that, or made that much. The point is, it was so general, and it was so spot on what I wanted, that it was the right thing to have as the object of my operation. Okay. Anyway, that's just kind of a little recap of the class we had the other night, and it was a very, very, very good class. Now I'm going to read you a letter. So I get letters. But this is one letter I got a long time ago, and it's included in my book, Ask Baba Lon, and answers to questions of life and magic. And as it concerns Goetia, I've read it to you before in kind of another context. But this letter from an individual, and I really appreciate the letter, and I appreciate their hi. Oh, I'm fine. Thank you. I appreciate the person's candor, but it is a classic example of a complete misunderstanding, at least from my point of view. Complete misunderstanding of the nature of this kind of magic and what makes it work and what doesn't. And one of the things that sets you off at a disadvantage, in my opinion, is to view Goetic magic or Solomonic magic from a medieval and superstitious worldview and point of view. I mean, some people like it because they feel it's naughty. Okay, well, there's power in naughtiness and stuff too, okay. But it's almost like, oh, I want to whip up a demon because, boy, mom would be just would freak mom out, you know. It was... Anyway, listen to this. I'm having a little problem. Hope you can give me some advice how to correct the situation. My problem has to do with the Goetia and summoning the spirit Andromalius. I love Andromalius. Okay. In your book, Tarot of Ceremonial Magic, it says, he is an earl, great and mighty, appearing in the form of a man holding a great serpent in his hand. His office is to bring back both the thief and the goods which be stolen, and to discover all wickedness and underhanded dealings, and to punish all thieves and other wicked people, and also to discover treasures that be hid. Now that sounds like a pretty nice guy. And to tell you the truth, in my personal experience, and those that have sought my counsel, Andromalius has got a great batting average, okay? The situation is this. I've been trying to get in contact with Andromalius because it is said that he returns lost items to the original owners, among many other things. In my situation, a great deal of money has been taken from me, and I want back what I initially invested. Now that word jumped out at me. Okay. I've already tried contacting Andromalius 3 times. The first time I'd gotten in touch with some spirit that came in the form of a white dog, a big snake, and a white rabbit. He didn't leave when I gave him license to depart until I yelled at him using the names of God, and he left. But first agreed to show me a sign to let me know he was working for me. And this was out in the woods, by the way. The second time was in my room, where I had created a circle and triangle. I received what I thought to be him, promising a sign, but to no avail. The third time, which was 2 nights ago, I was in the same taped circle and did all my conjurations mentally. And after focusing a while on his sigil, a black-eyed, horned, goat-footed imp appeared in the triangle, saying that it was Andromalius. He's just letting a lot of stuff happening and taking it at face value. Okay, I'm going to digress here. Okay. He told me that he hopes that I will make an offering to him and that it better be something more than McDonald's. In other words, he just didn't want dead meat. You gotta kill it yourself. You gotta kill the vicar for me. Okay. He asked me to destroy a common enemy. When I asked who, he gave out a name which I do not remember. I declined to help. Well, that's good for you. So then he asked me to speak of my desire. But before I could give him my original charge, he tried to leave the triangle and come into my circle. I commanded him back into the triangle. I gave him the charge as to what I want. He agreed. But when I gave him license to depart, he walked over to my printer and said he could fix it as a sign that he was working for me. Earlier in the day, his printer broke, okay? So, thinking that was a good idea, I agreed, then commanded him back into the triangle, where he complained to me that the triangle was too small for him. He whined like a little kid complaining about his parents' command. I told him the next time I would make the triangle bigger, and he went back in. And then I gave him a second charge. I had two charges for him, but I thought it'd be best to charge him once to test him out. But since he volunteered to fix my printer, I thought it'd be best to get the two charges out of the way. After stating what I wanted done and telling him that I would give him an offering in return, a beautiful picture of his sigil on it, and engraved his sigil on precious metal with some money that was returned to me in full. I warned him that if he didn't do what I asked, I was going to summon him up again and burn his sigil to completely banish him. And asked if he understood, and he said yes. Yes, master, in a sneering, cunning sort of way. I gave him license to depart, and he said that he was too tired to do anything now, but tomorrow he would show me a sign, and he walked out of the building's wall. Now, when I went to bed, the image of this ugly imp came into my head, and he said that he was not a rag doll to be played with, and he will hold up his end, but should I make sure I hold up mine? I told him that I wasn't playing with him, nor would I summon him to deceive him, and that I was hopeful to see his sign to let me know that he will do what I ask. Needless to say, the next day, nothing happened. But I was cool about it because I had summoned him after 12 a.m., and when he said the next day, that might have meant Sunday, which is today. Well, I fixed the damn printer on my own. Hooray! And still no sign of him at all. I am willing to try to summon him again, but this time I want to get the real Andromalius. Now I'm asking you, in your opinion, is Andromalius the one that I really need to return something to me, or should I try another? This time, however, I'm going to give only one charge and only one that is most important to me. Where the hell did I go wrong? I've been reading your book over and over again, but I feel I did not miss anything. So what can I do to the best of my ability to make sure this time around I get Andromalius? I appreciate your time in reading this, and I pray actually, that you can help me out ASAP. Until then, I'm holding off my fourth and possibly final evocation. Now, it may seem like I'm denigrating this person's letter. I am not. The greatest thing, the first and most important thing that you can get out of any Goetic evocation is it's a learning experience. A learning experience that helps you eventually understand what this kind of magic is about, and do it in such a way as it involves a personal adventure that you put yourself through, that is a growth experience, a mutating growth experience. And bless this guy for giving it a good college try, and being a faithful observer of what's going on in his mind while this is going on. But there are many lessons that need to be learned with this experience. And here's what I wrote back to him. I wanted to start off, where do I start? Okay. Dear name withheld. Without going into unnecessary detail with you concerning your workings, I'll just share one little tidbit that might enable you to answer your own questions in this matter. Please don't think me rude if I'm late or completely remiss in answering up follow-up questions. I wasn't going to join him in this hole, okay? It looks like at the moment you're missing the big picture on what kind of magic you're trying to work. First of all, you'll save yourself a lot of confusion and frustration if you start out by remembering that in Goetia, you need to treat the spirit as if it were the source of your problem. Because it is. You don't make fucking deals with the source of your problem. One of you, either you or the demon, must become a groveling slave, and it better not be you. The magician is the boss. Always the magician makes the demands, not the demon. Can't you see? For your entire life, up until that moment of evocation, the spirit has been screwing with you, bargaining with you, making you weak, making you confused, making you the type of person that these problems torment. And it will continue to screw with you until you stop making deals with the little bastard. That evocation was your first opportunity to say, it's time for you to shut up for a change and do what I say. My God, man, don't promise it anything. Hamburgers, pizza, blood, bats, cats, bugs, semen, spit, boogers, flowers, seeds, dirt, rocks, poop, nothing. It doesn't make demands on and suggestions on you. You make demands on it. If you succumb to any of the demands of the spirit, you're not performing Goetia, you're performing anti-Goetia. And the spirit will end up writing in its magical diary how successfully it evoked you. Of course, it'll try to make demands and dictate conditions. Can't you see? It's been doing that your whole life. Don't listen to it anymore. Learn to say no. Know what you want and stick to it. If it asks for anything, get pissed. Tell it, fuck you. I'm the one making demands here. Shut up and listen. Make it afraid of you if you need to. That's the key. You don't need it if it continues to work against you. Let it know that if it doesn't play ball, you'll blast it from existence and mean it. Most importantly, even before beginning any operation, think this. Like this, think about what your problem really is. And this is why I asked those 3 questions. Do you want a specific little thing to happen in a specific little way? Or do you want your life to get better? If the answer is the latter, think about asking the spirit to do something about that. Don't try to micromanage how the spirit should go about fulfilling the charge. Tell it to work without harming you. your loved ones or the fragile ecosystem. But other than that, let it work on its own and in its own way. One more thing, and this might be the most important part of our conversation. Andromalius brings back things that are stolen. You characterize your loss as being a, quote, investment. Investments suggest an element of risk, which the investor is prepared to take for the chance of profit. The investment game is, the higher the chance of making a profit, the higher the risk. If you even, in the back of your mind, look at this as an investment loss, Andromalius is not your guy. Unless the situation is one in which something has been taken from you unexpectedly and against your will with no hope of return or reward, then I suggest in the strongest terms that you reconsider enlisting the aid of Andromalius or any other Goetic spirit for this particular matter. Anyway, be fearless. Use your common sense and your sense of humor. Lose that, and you're lost. Good luck. Okay, I know this has been a long visit, but I wanted to cover all those bases. Anyway, until tomorrow, it should be a routine day tomorrow, hopefully. Until then, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.